So my name is Tiago, and I've been busy with snakes since the 80s actually. That's when I started studying them, at least when I was a kid. And as I was growing up, I worked at the Johannesburg Zoo, the Transvaal Snake Park. It's been a lifelong passion. Then I was overseas for 14 years, not that many snakes in Europe, and moved back to South Africa in 2011 and moved down to the garden route in 2012. And since then I've been doing snake rescue in the area. It's a huge passion of mine. Snakes are a great tool for reducing fear and increasing understanding. So it's kind of my life mission in a way, and it's what I mainly do. I can't really take steady work as such because I have to be available for emergency call-outs pretty much 24/7. Sometimes it's a bit frustrating as you're in the middle of making breakfast or just about to take a shower or do something else. There's a ring and you've got to drop everything and rush to rescue the snake. Wherever possible, if I can identify that the snake is harmless and the people are happy to leave it alone, we choose to do that. I don't really like relocating snakes as such because I don't want to mess with the ecosystem. But at the same time, every snake that I do manage to save and relocate helps, because there's a huge number of snakes that are killed on the road every year, hacked by machetes, pangas, shot by pellet guns. I've had boiling water poured over snakes, all kinds of horrible things. Human beings can be quite cruel. But snakes are an extremely important part of our ecosystem. So whatever we can do to help save them and keep the ecosystem in balance also helps us with our future on the planet Earth. Whew, hello everybody. It's a perfect snaky day. This is a hot summer day in Africa again, and I've had quite a few snake call-outs in one go. I actually had 3 snake call-outs, so 2 male puff adders who look very similar, and a pair of puff adders, which is quite special. It is breeding season, so almost expected, but it doesn't happen often. I also think that the 2 males, which I managed to squeeze together into this bucket, were probably after a female in the area, but yeah, we couldn't find her. She could be there, she could be a kilometer away. They were basically on the trail of a female. People often ask whether you find snakes in pairs or in groups, or during breeding season, yes. The rest of the year, not really. Snakes like to be by themselves. They're solitary creatures. And these guys, yeah, it was, I guess, just fluke that we found those 2. And these guys, the puff adders, are one of the most common venomous snakes that I catch in this area. Puff adders are incredible creatures. They occur all the way from Cape to Cairo and even into part of the Middle East. So one of the most widespread snake species on the planet. Down here they don't get as big as they do up north. We're in the Western Cape now. But they do get up to about 1 meter if you're lucky, but those are monsters around here. Now look at the amazing coloration. They almost look like tropical vipers in a way, even though we're not in the tropics. Now these guys have huge hinged front fangs and cytotoxic venom, which is cell-destroying venom. You can lose a limb or fingers, go through a lot of pain. It feels like being injected with boiling oil. But in terms of survival, your chances are pretty good. These days we have anti-venom. If there was no anti-venom available, it could be quite a slow, painful death. See how relaxed this guy is. And look at that beautiful orange on his head. So we're going to try and spread them out a little bit in this beautiful landscape, which is far away from where anyone lives. So I always tell people when I rescue the snakes that I'm going to go release them as far away from the dangerous people as possible. The snakes aren't actually the dangerous ones. Snakes don't attack, they only defend themselves. This guy's just like so chilled, man. Look at him. Oh, buddy. Okay, I'm going to wish you a happy life. We'll move through it because we've got quite a few of them to release. It's quite a hot day and there's probably birds of prey and stuff around here. So let's get in a nice secluded spot to find a new home in. Yo, there he goes. And there should be plenty of natural food for them around here. Striped field mice, flare rats even, all kinds of rodents, which is basically a puff adder's favorite food. They do occasionally eat other animals, but yeah, it's pretty much rats, mice, and they're one of the greatest rat catchers that we have. Puff adders are ambush predators. People think they're lazy, but actually they're masters of ambush. So they're very good at preserving their energy, so they don't move unnecessarily, or they don't cruise around. Oh, sorry little guy. Oh, this one's slightly more feisty than the other one. So we'll put him in a similar area because I think he'll motor away from the other one. Oh. But anyway, they're ambush predators. They are extremely efficient with their energy. They don't waste energy if they don't need to. Often people have stood on puff adders and not even known that they've stood on puff adders, because the puff adder would rather not confront you. And apparently 40% of the bites are dry bites, where the snake doesn't inject any kind of venom whatsoever. It's just trying to tell you to back off. It doesn't know it can kill you. Okay, those are our two pretty boys, luckily pretty relaxed. But now when I caught this female and this male was pretty feisty. So let's see how she is now after the car ride. Oh, look at that. Incredibly beautiful. So you see how the females are often this darker, drabber color, also quite distinct patterns. And the puff adders have a V, which is still pretty feisty. Yo, the car ride didn't make her much more relaxed. Listen to that puffing, eh? Incredible. Oh, she's trying to hide her head. So it's not aggression, it's because she's terrified. Yeah, and they've got the VVV down the body because they're very, very, very venomous. I think we're gonna not even try and touch this girl because I don't want to get myself bitten. Where shall we release? There's a nice little gully area here. Oh, she doesn't want to be picked up either. Hey girl, I'm not going to play silly with this one because I value my fingers and I don't like hospitals. But look at that! Wow, incredible! Yo, what a great shot, man! You can see how they coil up like a spring. And now if I just tickle her there a little bit, I don't want to tease her or anything. Oh no, she's actually like, oh, she's still quite jumpy. I wanted to show you, but you could see just now how she's coiled like a spring. These can strike almost the length of their body, and one of the fastest strikers in Africa, so best not to mess with them. But always remember, if you're about a broomstick length away from a puff adder, you're perfectly safe. It's not going to strike that far. So yeah, the best thing to do is don't mess with the snakes and they won't mess with you. And here's the last rescue. What a beautiful boy, one of the most beautiful puff adders I've seen. Eh? Look at that golden orange color. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's trying to slip off the hook. I don't want to drop him because they're quite heavy bodied snakes. Let's just get him over there. Oh, they're heavy bodied snakes, so that's why I also like to support them with the hook. We don't like to pinch them. Sure, look at that color, eh? Oh, look at the camera, boy. Pretty boy. Oh, dropping off the hook again. Oh, yeah, he's just sliding backwards off the hook. He just wants to go to the ground. So let's give him that. Let's give him a little bit more support on the back here. I'm being a bit mean. Okay, where did your girlfriend go? Let's let you go next to your girlfriend. She went up into this clump here somewhere. She's probably still hiding in that perfect nesting spot. Now you guys can continue your romantic endeavors over there. Hey? Oh, you can smell her. There she is. So sorry to have disturbed you. But yeah, you were stuck in the middle of suburbia, and that's not the best place for a puff adder. All the dogs and people. Okay, wishing you a happy, peaceful life.